Another thing that you're going to deal with is just fear in general, a fear. When you move into a car, it's completely different. And I've heard this expression a lot. Is it safe out there? I would be so afraid if I was in my vehicle. The fact of the matter is, as long as you cover yourself up and people aren't looking in at you, you are about as safe as you are in a house. I mean, people aren't breaking through these windows. Hopefully people realize that someone's living in a vehicle, that if they see a van, that people are living in a vehicle and they're not going to try and break the windows to steal something. Hopefully, I mean, that is a consideration. Outside of that, you have locking doors and thick windows, but there is the concern that it's dangerous out here. So you just need to do everything you can to make yourself safe. When I walk into my van, even if I'm just going to go out another minute later, I immediately lock the door. I lock the door if I come in just for a minute to go to the bathroom and then I go back out. Yeah, that door is getting locked every single time I'm in here. It's just a habit. And just remember, you can always drive off, and that's the beauty of it. One more little thing kind of having to do with parking, but also having to do with fear, and also having to do with connecting with others who are out here. I kind of have a rule where if it's nighttime and I'm sleeping in my van in a parking lot and there's other people out there in their vehicles, but also homeless people around, when it's 10 o'clock or whatever the time period is, I don't talk to other people. If people approach my van at night, I don't talk to him. I mean, if he's approaching, I go, no, do not approach my van. I'm not nice. I'm very nope. One time a guy came up and bang, bang, bang on my window. It was midnight. I just went to the side window and I yelled, no! And he ran off or walked off. Desperate people do desperate things, and there are desperate people out here. And there's just people that'll just ask you for stuff all the time. Hey, man, you got a cigarette? Hey, you got this, you got that. I don't want to be mean to people, but I'm not even cracking the window. I'm not even addressing people. At 10 at night, at midnight at night, you're approaching my van? No, I'm not going to address you then. I'm not saying to be fearful, but I just set yourself some rules. No contact after 10 p.m. The doors are always locked. When I'm listening to my YouTube videos at night, if I hear something, and periodically I'll just pause it and just listen. And I don't sit up front with the big light. Well, I do sometimes. You shouldn't sit up front with the big light of your phone because you don't realize how bright that is and how visible you are to others when you're sitting there like that. And again, in the back of your car, if you don't have curtains and you're just sitting there, people can see you and what you're doing. You're going to have to just become more aware, which is good for all of us anyway, right? More aware of your surroundings, more aware of what's going on around you. Keep your ear open, keep your head on a swivel. You're not paranoid, you're not fearful. You're doing these things to prevent yourself from having to be fearful and from being in a dangerous situation, and you'll be fine. You can't give everyone the benefit of the doubt when you're in a more precarious situation. So just keep that in mind. The fact is, this whole situation is going to make you a survivor. It's going to make you way more capable. It's going to make you a minimalist, more efficient with your materials. You're not going to have a bunch of crap. No, I have to go through all this crap that's been here for 20 years. You're going to be done with that. You're going to be able to deal with SHTF better when it comes. One aspect is, you're going to already have your getaway van or your getaway car. It's already going to have water and food in it and a way to cook because you've already dealt with that by moving into a vehicle. You're literally going to be safer in a way than 99 or 90% of the population who isn't prepared at all. I mean, let's just remind ourselves, the world is scary right now, but it's always been the case that the water can be turned off at any moment. The electricity can go down at any moment. People are extremely vulnerable in these houses because they can't make a fire. The houses aren't set up for that. If the electricity goes down, that's it. So just a reminder of how tenuous everything has always been. And by being in a vehicle, because you've had to deal with this sort of different situation, you're going to be more prepared. So I appreciate you being here. I hope you got some value out of that. And we'll see you later. I'm going to go get to work sewing. Have a good day. Bye.